Hello Darts Nuts, welcome to the Darts Review channel. As you may know, Target have had their new launch for 2021 and they've very kindly sent me a range of products from the new launch. I actually got them on Monday late afternoon and today is Wednesday. So the first thing they sent me is the new Target Aspar Dartboard. As you can see, I've not even opened it yet. Look at that lovely green box. Did I ever mention that green is my favourite colour? I don't think I ever have. But as you can see, there's some special features on this board. We'll go over that in a minute. But like I said, I've not even opened it yet. So what you'll get is my first impression of when I open it. And then I'll go over what the special features are. But this retails for £49.95. So let's check it out. Well, I did actually do the opening of the cellophane and everything, and I did the whole talking of the board and realised I forgot to put the mic on the camera, so I'm having to do it again, but I will get out of it. A fly just gone by. I will show you that little bit if you want to see it, but it'll be silent. But Crusher on the forum asked me what that pattern was on the Target invite. Well, now we know. I don't know what it's meant to be. Maybe a stylized form of sisal fibers or something. But on the box it says high performance sisal dartboard. Obviously you're just seeing the board underneath. But it says high quality sisal, symmetrical graphics allow 10 rotations. Basically what that means is all the graphics around the board, when you rotate it on other boards, the graphics may end up in different positions and eventually they'll end up upside down. Some people don't like that if you've got a bit of OCD or anything, and I think there's a lot of people who've mentioned it over the years, and it does look kind of naff when the logos are upside down. So this one, every time you turn it, you'll have a symmetrical position with the graphics. So that's basically what that means. It's a durable nylon number ring, so obviously the number ring is made of nylon. I might have to put that to the test and throw a heavy dart at it to see how durable it is. Vivid double printed colours, I think that just means they've gone over the colouring twice. High tensile steel wire. So in the box you obviously get the dartboard, and it just comes with the normal mounting brackets, so just the same as any other board. Somebody asked me about the mounting system, but it's just your standard. Screw it in, put your screw in there, put the bracket onto the wall as you do normally. So the only real difference is the graphics around the board and this nylon number ring, which looks rather neat actually. So that just comes off like a normal number ring does. You've got the little brackets there to fix it, and as you can see it's got the logos around the side. So depending on where you want to turn it, you could put it to the Aspar on the top, but wherever you turn it, it's always going to have a symmetrical look, and some people may be very happy about that, like I said, but it does make for a neater look overall. And the other thing is, these are smaller and they're kind of more out of the way, so less distracting to the eye. And you may also notice that the numbers are all vertically straight up and down. On a steel number ring, they tend to follow it around. So say like the 15, it wouldn't be straight up there, it'd be at an angle. So again, that's another neat feature. So I'll show you a close-up of the board, but first impression is the colours are nice and deep, reds, greens, blacks, and the white sections are nice and clean. Now I do see the veins from the biscuits. Sisals dartboards are made from round blocks of sisal called biscuits. There's a fly coming in. Cheeky fly. But when they make the dartboard, all the little round biscuits get squashed together, and that's the little vein things that you can see. The other thing I noticed is it's got a kind of like a lines going through it, so it's as if it's been like sheared off. So whether they've either had a really sharp tool to cut the surface as flat as possible, or whether it's been sanded off. So we'll have a close look at it now. Right, we'll just start with the bull area. As far as I can tell, the bullseye looks perfectly central. Got a little bit of a nick on the wire there. I don't know if you can see that. So that could be when the spider's been pressed into the board. But like I said, you can still see the veins. But if you look closely, see if I can get it there, you can see kind of like lines going across. So that to me means either something's sliced the top of the surface or it's been sanded in some way, because it does feel nice and flat. But there is, like I see on all boards, little patches where it looks a little bit less deeper like that, but I see them on just about every board. Now I'm just going to go around the ring. There's that other bit. That all that is where the biscuits have joined together and the number ring's been pressed in. It's left a little bit of a gap, but I'm trying to see, there's no like outside legs coming from the number ring, so that's quite neat. Yep, so you don't see any legs coming out there, so again might make it better for going for your doubles. Now I don't think I can get it in perfect view with this camera. I'll have to use my other one, but try and get it as close as I can. That wire looks very thin, so obviously it really depends how it all wears. A little bit of a bent bit there, but not special. So overall it's just how you would expect a board to be. So let's have a look at the numbering then. So you got these little brackets here, and I think the numbering does feel really strong. I can't see a dart being able to break that, but it may get points stuck in. I mean, it obviously depends how good or bad you are. But yep. Well, I'll show you some dimensions of it next, and then I'll put it on the board and throw some darts at it. So there you go, it's up on the wall. So I'm just gonna stick a dart in the bullseye first. Not too hard and certainly not too soft. It's kind of a middle ground. That seems to go in easy, but obviously depends how it feels when you throw them. And in the green sections it's gone in quite easy. White sections are actually quite soft in parts. See what the black's like. Yeah, black about the same. I know it's all the same sisal fibres, but sometimes when the ink's on it can bind them a little bit, and I think the red and the green definitely a little bit harder than the white and the black, but overall it kind of feels like a medium density board. Some boards are really hard, but it's all how it wears in the end. So I'll chuck some darts at it now. Right, in case you're wondering, I'm using my old Target 23 gram Sprint darts. Just going to throw a few around the board just to try and gauge how it feels and how it sounds. So far I think them sounded quite subdued. Yeah, so sound level is pretty much the same whether you're hitting towards the middle or towards the outside. Quite often the bowls area is usually more dense, and I think it's just because of the way the boards get compressed. Now if I push my point into the outer areas, it goes in quite easy. It still goes in very easy on the bowl, but maybe just a little bit harder there, but not a lot in it. Visually from the oche, it looks rather neat. You don't really notice the logos as much because they're like a kind of a subdued colour, so that's good, I suppose. It puts most of the focus onto the scoring area. I also like the fact there's no legs coming out from but a few dartboards have that now. And the numbering, again, it's not intrusive into your eye lines, so it was never a major problem anyway, but it just looks a little bit neater like that. I do think the numbering is probably something that some people are going to not like though, because simply for the reason that they get used to looking at a certain thing and it becomes the norm, and obviously changing can always throw up a dislike. Yeah, but that's quite a nice sound actually. So I'm going to do a wrap up now. I'm not going to continue throwing at it, can't see the point really, so what I'll do is I'm going to continue playing with it over the coming weeks, and then I'll do an update, but I'll do a wrap up first. So there you go, that's the Target Aspar. Like I said, the numbering to me and the graphics around, it's quite a nice idea, that I think, and I do like the look of that little numbering. And I think some people will still be more for the traditional style, so you will get some people that won't like it, but you can't please everyone. Also from the oche, the board looks really nice, but when you get up close I do notice some problems, like I showed you, the little areas where the sisal has some holes, and a few areas where the ink hasn't quite taken to the fibres properly, and also that little nick on the wire. I have to mention them things because you've got to mention what you see. So it's not as flawless as the pictures that you see in the Target launch images, but it's certainly close, and I don't think I've ever had a board that's been 100% perfect, so there you go. But the question is, how does it wear? And we won't know that until we've tried it for a while. And I'm not going to use any aggressive points. I'm not going to do what Simon Whitlock does and wrecks a board. Most people don't use them kind of points anyway, so I'm just going to stick to using normal points. And what I'm going to do is leave the board as it is. I'm not going to rotate it for a while, and as soon as I've got 20 hours worth on the 20 segment, then I'm going to report back and show you that, and then after that I'll carry on rotating and reporting back. But if you buy the board and you've used it for a while, then please comment on this video how you're getting on with it, because it does help other people to know, and you can't just rely on me, because boards are kind of particular, especially the conditions that they're used in and what weight of darts you use and all that, so it helps to get feedback from everyone on that. So that's enough about the Target Aspar. So I just wanted to let you know what's coming up in the next video. It's going to be the Target Phil Taylor Power 95 Gen 8, so look out for that. That's the end of this video. Happy darting.